Hello friends, today we are going to deal with the next topic, that is the research aptitude. Okay, and it is the first class of the research aptitude. So today we discuss the detailed syllabus of the research aptitude. After that we discuss two subtopics of research aptitude, that is research, what is the meaning of the research, and the different types of research. Different types of research is a long topic, so we cannot finish it in one class. It will extend to other classes also, and we discuss all the types of researchers just in two or 3 minutes. After that we will give the detailed explanation of each type of researchers. Already I think you have seen my teaching aptitude classes. It has the teaching aptitude classes is over. You have 11 classes of teaching aptitude. If you go through it, you will get the complete idea of about the teaching aptitude, and you can score the full marks of teaching aptitude. So you don't worry about it. Now we are going to deal with another topic, that is the research aptitude. It is also an important part because after doing the net, everyone like to do the PhD. So for that research, what all the things you are needed for the research, that we discuss throughout the classes. Understood? So listen carefully for the classes. We can start the class. First we discuss the syllabus of research aptitude. It contains important what is the meaning of the research, then types of research, what are the different types of research available, and the characteristics, what is the important characteristics of research, then positivism and positivistic approach. That is these questions usually we can see in the question papers on the previous net exams, that we can discuss in that classes. The next, methods of research, what all the method we can use to do the research. Experimental, it is science and all we do in the experimental type of research only. And descriptive, we can see in the arts and all, that is describing the things. Historical, qualitative and quantitative methods. From the word itself it is clear what type of methods they are. The next is steps of research. There are 8 steps for research, and we will discuss all the steps and its subdivisions and all we discuss in the later classes. Then thesis, after doing your research you have to write a thesis about the research, and then you have to submit it. For the thesis, what is the format of it, and the style of writing the thesis, that is MLA format is there, APA format is there, like that formats are available, so that also we will discuss later. Next, application of ICT. ICT means information and communication technology. How the information and communication technology help in the research work, that we will discuss. Then research ethics. Ethics means the moral values we have to keep for while doing a research, and then only the research become authentic. For that, what all the ethics we have to follow. So these are the subtopics of the research aptitude. From this portion usually they will ask 5 questions, and each question carries 2 marks. Okay, all these are very important. It will helpful for you in your further studies also. So we can go to our today's class. We are discussing only 2 topics. Okay, that is research. What is the meaning of research? The word itself, it is very clear that research. Re means again. Search means you are finding out something. So already existing some things are there, and you have to find something new out of it. That is what we call research. Study of something in search of new information. That is, it's a kind of investigation, a careful investigation to search new facts. What the police do while investigation, when some culprits has done some kind of criminal cases, what they have to do is that they inquire about it, they reach that place where it has happened. Then they will make the reports, they collect the samples and all these things. It's a part of investigation. As the same way, the research also contain a lot of process is needed. As like the investigators find the reasons and who done it, all as the same with the research also find out why, how, and all these things they find out in the research work also. So it's a kind of investigation. It is the lifeblood of higher education. You know that higher education, that is the degree and PG level, research is considered as a lifeblood, because in research we can find the ability of a student, the ability of a student to acquire the knowledge and to how to present it, that we can see clearly in the research paper. So it is considered as the lifeblood. It boosts the capacity of a student or a learner. Understood? So it is considered as the lifeblood of higher education. The research is a systematic observation. For doing a research, you need to observe the things, you have to classify the things, and interpretation means whatever things you get from that, you have to find the analysis, you want to make the data of it and to find the result of it. All these things you have to do in the case of research. Understood? So I think you might have get a clear cut about idea about the research. Understood? So we are moving to the next topic, that is types of research. Understood? So types of research, I told you earlier itself, it is a long topic, so we will divide it in different classes. First we just go through the main areas, after that we will describe in the different classes. Okay, today we are going through the types of researches according to the objectives. Okay, according to the objectives, there are 5 types of research. Okay, that is descriptive means if something has happened, you describe about it. Okay, you describe means you are giving a full explanation of what has happened, why it has happened, and how it has happened. All these things are a very elaborate way you have describing. Understood? That is called descriptive research. Next is correlational. Correlational means relation between two aspects. For example, if you're taking a research on Indian economy and British economy, then the Britain economy, then what it happens, UK's economy is different from that of India's. So you have to find the aspects related to it and that is not related to it. So correlational means what are the aspects relational to it. That is what we have to find, and we will do such type. That is a comparative type of research is what we call the correlational research. Understood? Next is explanatory. What is explanatory? The word itself, it is clear that explain means we are explaining why and how it has happened. Why? Explain means why it has happened, how it has happened, we have to explain in our research. So it is also a kind of research. Next is exploratory. Exploration, you are getting into it, it is investigating into it, and in investigating into it and you are finding out the things, that is called exploratory type of research. Okay, next is experimental. Experiment means you are doing the test. You are taking a group of students and you give some kind of test to them and to find their IQ level, and like that you are doing an experimental type of research, we can see. So according to objectives, 5 types are there. Descriptive is there, correlational is there, explanatory is there, exploratory is there, experimental is there. Okay, next, according to application means how we can use the research, that is called application. According to the application, there are 2 types of research is there. One is fundamental means already existing some knowledge is there, you are just adding to it. Whatever research you have done, you are adding this knowledge to the previously existing one. That is called fundamental research. Applied research means whatever you have find out, it is useful in the daily life. That is, it is helpful to solve a problem. It will helpful to solve a problem. So that is what we call the applied research. So it is useful in the daily life or in for the future life. Next is according to the logic. Okay, according to the logic, again the research is divided into 2. One is deductive and another is inductive. Deductive means you are doing a research from general to specific. General means already a theory is there, you are working on the theory and you are finding out something out of it. That is generally existing things, you are finding something new to it. And inductive means you are finding a new thing and finding out the theory behind it. So inductive is specific to general. So inductive side is you have to work out a lot. In the case of inductive side, it is specific to general. Understood? Specific to general is inductive. Usually deductive and inductive will ask in the exams. So you must have an idea about what is deductive and what is inductive. Deduce means coming from upper to lower, that is from general to specific. Induct means you are starting from the specific to the general. Okay. Next is according to the process. Okay, according to the process. Again, the research is divided into two. One is quantitative and another is qualitative. Quantitative means that is measurable. Measurable. For example, inside a classroom, how many students are there? We can count it. Qualitative means that is color, like that things. We cannot count it. That is abstract nouns. But we cannot count it like that. Things will come under the qualitative research. So process, according to the process, quantitative is there and also qualitative is also there. I think you get an idea now. According to objectives, 5 is there. According to the application, two types of research is there. According to logic, two types of research is there. According to process, two types of research is there. Okay. Next, again, according to the inquiry means you are asking or you are getting into like an investigation, inquiring in search of something. Structured and unstructured is the. For example, if you are doing an interview, already you have prepared a lot of questions and you are doing an interview, then it is called structured one. Okay. Unstructured means you are not making any questions. You are going there and you started asking questions. From that answer, you are going to another question like that. Okay. Connectively, you are doing it is not structured, it is unstructured. So according to the inquiry mode also, there are two types of research. One is structured, another is unstructured. Understood? Next is idea or concept. According to the idea or concept, there are two types of research. One is conceptual and next is empirical. Conceptual means abstract. Okay, conceptual is abstract and empirical is concrete. Conceptual means, for example, God. It's a concept. Okay, for example, we are doing a research on God. Then you cannot show it to the people and say that this is God. You can only make the people to feel it. Okay, that only you can do. So it's conceptual, it's an abstract. Honesty, the honesty we cannot show this is honesty, we cannot do that because it is an abstract thing. As love, it's an abstract thing. So conceptual research is something related to abstract things. And empirical, okay, empirical is concrete. Concrete means we are able to, for example, the census, we can show the male, how many male is there, how many female is there. We can show the students number, the wildlife animals research. If we are doing with it, we can show them, and then it is called empirical. Okay, we can show. Concrete means that we are able to see and touch. That is what we call concrete. So inquiry, according to inquiry, there are two types, structured and unstructured. According to the idea or concept, there are two, that is conceptual and empirical. So this much types of research are there. Today we are only discussing detailed description we are doing only about the objective. According to the objective, 5 is there. Okay, we have seen that we will discuss in today's class. Okay. According to objectives, first one we said is descriptive. Describe the situation, what has happened. Quantitative and expose fact to research. These are the points you have to keep in mind about the descriptive type of research. What is descriptive? Describe means, for example, if an accident has happened, you have to doing a research about the accident cases. If it is about the two-wheelers, those who are wearing the helmet and those who are not wearing the helmet. Okay, you are doing such a research. If you think I am giving just an example, it's not the topics of our area. Still, I am just giving an example. And that is those who are wearing the helmet, how much people died, and those who are not wearing the helmet, how much people has died. If you're making a research on such things, first you have to describe about the accidents that has happened in different areas and how it has happened. Like that you are describing each and every situations. It's a quantitative analysis. Quantitative means you can measure it, how many of the people died, how many of them are alive, how many of them in paralyzed stage, and what might be the reasons behind it, like that. Okay, exposed factor research is the part of descriptive research. research. It is a part, because exposed means it's happened already. Facto means a factor. What the thing has happened, after that you are doing a research. For example, the accident has happened, after that you are doing the research. Okay, you are taking the research about a thing already happened. That is exposed facto research. So descriptive, they might ask. Ex post facto is an interested area for usually net exams. So you must know it will come under the descriptive type of research. Next is correlational type of research. Correlational means relation between two or more aspects of a situation, that I have already mentioned you. You are taking the economic system of India, or it can be of any other country. If of Sri Lanka, you can take two countries. What the difference you can feel in it? Why the economic system is inflation is why happening, like that you have to make an aspects, why it is happening, whether what is you have to do a comparison there. That is correlation. Relation means how it is related to ours and others, like that you are doing a research. That is called correlational type of research. Okay. Next is explanatory. Why and how, the relations of aspects. Why and how, why it is happening. Why and how, why it is happening like this in India, why it is not happening in Sri Lanka. You are doing an explain about it, why it is happening here, why it is not happening in Sri Lanka, why it is not happening in Pakistan, why it is not happening in UK. You are giving an explanation. That is that type of research what we call as explanatory research. Next is exploratory research. Explore means you are getting into it. You are exploring an area. You might have heard such a word. Exploring something, exploring the knowledge. You are trying to reach it. Okay, explore an area. You are taking a new, you are trying to find something new. That is what we call exploratory. Unfamiliar to familiar. That is, a lot of things are unknown to a lot of people. So finding out something new and making it familiar to the people, what we call as exploratory. This used to develop hypothesis. From this, the theories, new theories will come out. Next is experimental. Make test to find. This we can see, for example, when you are studying in schools, teachers will take you to the lab and show you some kind of experiments. But when you do an experiment, it is clear for you. Whenever someone will ask a question, it clearly come to your mind. It's right, because we have done it in our lab. As the same way, experimental means you are doing it by yourself, some kind of test, and you are finding out the results. So it is a scientific process. Experimental type of research is very clearly scientific type of process that is happening in the research. Understood? So these are the 5 types of researches according to the objectives. Understood? And descriptive research, usually they will ask in the net exam. So some more points I have given here. It is a self-explanatory. Self-explanatory means you are already whatever you have written in your research paper, that is enough for you to explain what has already given. Okay, what the research you have done. When you read the research paper, it is clear. Oh, they have given all the details. All the details we can see in the papers. What exists in a situation, that I have already mentioned earlier. Describe the situation. Example is census. Census, you know what is. That is taking the number of people. That is male, female, child. Okay, according to the age wise, they are taking the number of people in your country. What we called as a census. Okay, census gave a full detailed descriptions of about the each and into each individual of that country. It belonged to descriptive type of research. Okay, another examples of descriptive type of researches are given below. You must know that ex post facto come under descriptive type, and others are cross section study. What is cross section study? Is one-time interaction. One-time interactions mean cross section study means you find an land area, okay, field. You have seen agriculture field area, and you want to take the samples of that field. What you have to do is that in 1 acre of land, if you have to take the samples from different parts. Okay, from the different parts of that land, you take the samples of sand only for one time, and you do a research. That is what we call cross section study. Understood? Clear? only one time we will take, but you take from all the different areas of the 1 acre land. You are taking the different samples and take it only for one time, and you will do the research. That is called cross section study. Then longitudinal study means more than one time interaction. More than one time interaction means you are taking the samples from 1 acre of land, 1 acre of land, different areas. You are taking the samples, not one time. You take it after each intervals. For example, you take it today. After 1 week, you will take again sample. After 2 weeks, you will take again sample. Again, after 3 weeks, you will take again samples. After taking all these samples, you are making a research. So not one time, you are taking a lot of times. Then it will be more correct. Understood? It's a longitudinal study. It will come under descriptive type of research. Next is observational. Observational means, I told you earlier itself, you are going through the observations, and observations means you are sitting there, and you are when you have to study, something, observe the things. That is, if you want to study about a group of students, you observe about them and have to study about them. That is called observational kind of study. It come under the descriptive type of research. Okay, next is case study. Case study is we have to do it in the most often. For example, if a student in the classroom is not studying properly, what does the teacher have to do? The teacher have to find out what is happening to the student in the class, and why he is not studying, his family background, his intellectual level. Also, he is doing a full study about that child. Understood? An in-depth study of a child. Then he is doing it. So that is called case study. It will come under the descriptive type of research. Okay. Next is survey. Survey means you are moving from different one area to another area, or one individual to another individual. You are moving on. You are taking the details about the each and every person. It can be face to face, or it can be online. That is, you are have already a set of questions is the asking all these questions and collecting the details about the individuals, and what we call it as, it is called survey. It can be face to face, or it can be also online process. All these come under the descriptive type of research. Okay, so cross section study is there, longitudinal type of research is there, then observational is there, case study is there, survey is there. Or all these type of researches come under the descriptive type of research. Understood? Next, today, I think it is better to wind up. If you take it at a long class, it will not be easy for you to understand. So today, different types of research, we are only dealing with the, according to the objectives, 5 is there. That only we have discussed today. And we also discussed the meaning of research. Understood? In next class, we will discuss the other. That is according to the, that is application, according to the logic, process, and all. We have a different types of research that we will discuss in the next class. Understood? So you must stay on with me, subscribe this channel, then only you are able to get my uploading videos. Understood? Study well all the topics, then only you are able to crack the exam well. All the best wishes for you. Okay, thank you. We can meet in the next class.